Like machines do, still got it, I'm just keeping up.
Okay, y'all living my life for the realest. About to drop a bomb, I'ma make the world feel it. Boy, they know about the kid, putting on for the city. Spread the hope of die trying, now I'm feeling like 50. You can tell me nothing, I already know. I'm about to break the game down like the vision, no. And the style from the Lord is all original. And every time I fall to sin, they know I'm getting low. But when I jump up in the way, they know I'm getting back. See, I was lost on the train, now I'm on track. I see the rootin' from the stands like it's Mike back. 23 of Mike Tyson, a Mike Jack. And everybody getting high like a car jack. And keep them hands in the air like a car jack. Praise to the most high, to fall back. And it's real life insurance, no wham flat. Yeah, tatted on my belly, I'm spitting like Machiavelli in the team.
What's going on, y'all? It's Mr. Respect Your Audience himself, and you are listening to Live with MeechReal.
Yes. That was nasty. I almost like legit just gave y'all like a bar and a half. I might give it to y'all later. Listen, this is Live with MeechReal. I wanted to bless y'all because I've been getting some hate mail talking about, dog, where the chicks at? So let me tell y'all how dope God was, right? They like, where the chicks at? I'm like, man, we working it out. We figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? We bringing in a bunch of great personalities, see what God can do. And then somebody reached out to me, and guess what she go by? Chick. They call her Chick. That's God. I think that's confirmation.
They call me Queen Fierce, but Chick is
so
what they know me as. But I like Queen Fierce.
Then so now don't be looking for no chicks, because if y'all is, we only got Queen Fierce around here.
We only got a queen.
So happy Sunday. How you feeling?
I feel beautiful. How you feeling? It's gorgeous outside.
Man, I'm like mad irritated. Like,
well, what they do?
Listen, I came in today. I was like, you know what? My listeners, man, people who follow me on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm going to start showing y'all Meech. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think y'all need to know Meech, because there's some people out here who won't reach out to me, but think they know Meech. And I got a dope idea that I'm about to start introducing people to Meech. So y'all stay tuned for that. But even on there, man, I'm frustrated in the mug. You know, I had a dope class. I've been going through my training through Chase Great so I can become an official coach, because my wife don't believe in privilege, so she made me go through the class. What type of crap is that?
Shout out to Toya.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. However y'all take that. I guarantee, like, Michelle didn't have to go through no training to become the first lady. You know, Obama just let her, you know, but anyway.
Experience.
So, I had a super phenomenal class, man, and I'm going to ask y'all a question, because today we're going to talk about mind control. But before we get into the mind control thing, I want to tell y'all that I'm irritated in the mug, right? I'm sitting in class. I've been really blessed that I have 3 cars. And I am bragging. I'm just bragging about God. Every single car has been given to me. We have no car note. Like my man D1 said, we have no car note. We have 3 cars. So I have my Betsy, which is my shooter. That's my shooter supreme. That's the Taurus. Trans just went out on the Taurus. I get the text while I'm in class. So now I've been going through class. Now, Meech, pre-class, let's say 3 weeks ago, I'm leaving class. I'm running to try to fix the car, get this car. The car becomes my focus. I'm sitting in class today. I step out because my sister, was in it. I'm like, sis, you okay? You stranded? She like, I'm good. Somebody coming to get us. Something about the car. I'm like, cool, whatever. So then I start thinking, what would you do and where would you be if every time something happened, you just changed your whole course? So I'm like, I'm staying in class, because then I probably wouldn't have been able to come on air. Like I said, no, I got something to do. I'm going to get to the car. You feel me? So because we talking about mind control, I wanted to tell y'all that, man, that things are going to come your way. And if you change and move every time something go wrong, dog, first of all, don't that sound exhausting?
Yeah.
And I think that you need to understand that, man, that you have to focus. You have to legit focus. You need a focus. That's why we've been talking about purpose so much, man. If you don't have a purpose, then everything that could come your way. Like I said, if I wasn't in class, I would have been able to panic and run and, be frustrated about something that I can't change right now. And I would have missed out on an amazing class. So shout out to me. I'm patting myself on the back that I didn't let a circumstance or a temporary situation, because cars get fixed, cars work, cars break down. That's life. That's just whatever. Yeah. But that class and that information, man, if I wouldn't have been there, I would have missed it. So shout out to that. And yeah. So I'm irritated, but I'm proud of myself because I'm still grinding. And I feel like we got to stop pretending like we don't be dealing with stuff and we put on faces. Because my circumstance don't have nothing to do with my grind. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grind regardless. So, how was your Sunday? What you do? I know you went to church. You're a Christian.
I'm such
She's
a Christian.
saved. She's so saved, y'all.
I'm so saved. Stop playing. But I did want to say alignment is uncomfortable, period.
Ugh.
Ain't that nasty? It's uncomfortable. So the moment you get comfortable, you got to know that you are misaligned. So I'm proud of you for staying
That's
focused.
crazy. My sister just said, K Fire said something like that about if you comfortable too long, you should be careful because you might be walking into stagnation. That's so nasty. That's so nasty. What was the word at church today? What they hit y'all with?
Oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell you because honestly, he wasn't supposed to give the word that he gave.
What?
He was really talking. He
moved off the cue cards.
Let me tell you what this man said. He said Easter ain't real.
Yeah, amen. So he in my bag. Let's go.
He went the bunny route. I'm proud of that man.
What church you go to?
New Life Family Church on Curtis. Did you want me to get an address?
Oh, you talking about the dude that's blaming Jesus for everything?
Listen, blame Jesus, okay? Hashtag blame Jesus. I got my shirt. Yes, I represent hard. Absolutely. But yeah, today he was talking about that Easter stuff ain't real. The churches be packed out, but you don't see those people again until next Easter.
Yeah.
So their worship, it is not. It's synthetic.
He did that?
He did, and I'm so glad. Somebody got to say it.
That's crazy. You know, so it's funny.
Somebody got to say it.
That's true, though. I mean, this is what's funny. I looked at some of my old posts because I came from a big church or a bigger church. I used to hate Easter because I sit in a specific place at my church.
Y'all got assigned seats.
So when the fair, I used to call them fair. I was so disrespectful to people that came to church on Easter. So when I used to call them fair weather. So I had a post that said, I think if you're a fair weather, you should have to sit in the back and let the people who come every Sunday sit where they normally sit.
Yeah.
See how disrespectful and terrible that is? But what I've learned, man, is that I think that day, because I don't consider it Easter either. I think it's a huge opportunity. And once it just proves, like I said, I don't care what nobody say, whether you believe in God or not, man, that's a national holiday for the resurrection.
Absolutely.
And I think it's an opportunity. And it just shows that, first of all, that everybody want God.
Yeah.
I don't really think God and Jesus is the problem. I think we the problem. You know what I'm saying? They look at us so much and they like, dog, I don't want nothing to do with that junk.
Yep.
But
right.
So I think it's a dope opportunity. But I do think that we live in such a world of public celebration that it's hard to find people who have an authentic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If there's no camera, you know, are you going to be worshiping? Are you going to be, if there's no event, are you going to be doing
Is this a lifestyle for you?
Yeah. So this was a crazy week that started this topic. Like, so today we're talking about mind control. I'm a nerd. You know, I'm super into superheroes. And the most powerful X-Man they considered was between Magneto and Professor X. But Professor X was so highly favored because he could control minds. You don't think he was the strongest, Lo?
Because he did.
Hold on, Lo just gave me a face. Professor X, who was the strongest over?
Jean Grey.
Phoenix, which was another, right? Phoenix, okay, Phoenix, that's true. Phoenix was the strongest, but she could control minds too. She was a telepathy. She had the power too. But you're right, I got corrected. He was right. The Phoenix was the most powerful, with her tormented self. But I'm not gonna get into comic books because y'all changed the whole story setup. But no, so this week was different. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, telepathy, they were powerful enough where I didn't have to touch you, but I could send images into your mind. I could send information to you, make you move, talk, do whatever I wanted to do. Even to the point I could make you stand still. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I remember the times they would have them stand still so they could move around and then they would be gone. That's and so you wouldn't even see they was there. So for the real Christians, y'all peeped the revelation already. So y'all can go ahead and just go to my PayPal, send me my money, go on with y'all day. Y'all don't even got to listen to the rest of the show. Just make sure y'all send the money first. But for everybody else who hasn't gotten it. So this week, man, we had which I kind of think most people kind of caught this one a little bit about. It was some foolery. Okay, first, hold on. First, let me explain this.
He said foolery.
Because that's super insensitive. Let me say this. I'm a person, man, whether you black, white, racist, atheist, Christian, Muslim, Black Lives Matter, teleporting, I don't know, which evolving alien, shape-shifting lizard, whatever they got y'all on this planet, they be calling people transgender, homosexual, whatever. Life is life to me. Anybody who dies, man, I mourn. I hate hearing about death. Young, old, hate black. I hate hearing about death. It's just tragic. So there was something that happened this beginning of this week with an individual. They said that murdered someone older on Facebook Live, and it just kind of went from there. They couldn't find him. Then they said he killed himself a day later, a little under a day later. So that night, and I'm just gonna tell y'all why do I call it foolery. First of all, if real people really died, that course is not foolery, man. You know what I'm saying? But so I was watching it, and I got a lot of family in Cleveland. Cleveland's actually my second home. I love Cleveland, Ohio. So I'm calling all my friends, man. I call the goons, tell them, give them a prayer. He like, yeah, we out here looking for him. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna pray for you. Don't go look for him, but I can't stop you from doing what you're doing. But just trying to encourage my people, and man, you was hearing fear from people. Oh, I'm not gonna do this. And what I was saying to him was that, man, listen, if you get up and run at 5 o'clock in the morning, I want you to get up at 4 and pray, and then run at 5 o'clock in the morning. Do not change your schedule for this stuff.
Yeah.
But I was talking to them, but I wasn't listening. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on Twitter, I'm following it because the news wasn't really covering it. So I'm going, it's all this news. It's all these people talking about this and this. So now I'm thinking about where my pistol at. I'm thinking about, man, I might probably need to get something else. I need to call this. And before I knew it, I was legit stayed up till 4. I didn't want to go to sleep. 4 o'clock in the morning. And in the sweetest voice, I'm just listening. I'm panicking. All I hear, this is fake. That's all I heard. This was fake. Yeah. And I went and told my wife, and I'm like, yeah, babe, I'm over. Because my wife not really into social media like that, so she had heard everything. It was a flood the next day. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, baby, it's fake. And she like, what you mean? I said, listen, I'm not going to say that the people or the individuals were fake, because I don't know. But what I'm saying is I know an instrument of fear when I see one. I'm starting to recognize when they're trying to put fear in us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I did see a lot of people talk about, it was fake, it's a hoax or whatever. What I'm saying is what's happening now is these powers that we don't know, that we don't have a face to, are testing us and studying us to a point where they know how to make us move, and they're learning to see how far we'll go. Yeah. How we'll move. Yep. You know what I'm saying? If you even think about it, even with Trayvon Martin and all them, like I said, us here in Detroit, we don't know them people. Right. But Detroit you talking about heavy in the street and walking and marching, and people were upset. And all we saw were pictures and videos. Yeah. And it started to disturb me a little bit. Like, man, that's a lot of power for somebody. Because if you look at movies, people can legit put stuff together, and they can cause a war. Yeah. They can make you think that all cops hate people. That's why I had a female Christian cop at that on last week to talk to us, man, to explain that, first of all, that the world wants us to think that there's a majority in the minority. You know what I'm saying? That it's a lot of hate when it's just a couple idiots that hate. Exactly. And I just wanted to kind of touch on that. Sis, what do you think about that?
I have a whole lot to say about governmental mind control, but as far as that situation, I do, of course, God forbid anybody actually lost their lives, but I heard the same thing in the spirit that you heard, and it didn't blow my mind. It was just, I'm kind of used to them trying to tap into our minds as much as they possibly can from whatever avenue that they can, even when sports, music, and our daily lives. That was crazy to me. I just hate that they would go to that extent, but it just didn't even feel real to me. I'm like, I need more evidence than this. This is I have so many questions in regards to the whole situation. You know what I mean? And like I said, if anybody lost their lives or was harmed in the reality of it, in any part of it, any extent, I hate that. But at the same time, it's like, really, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, it was.
And how does it keep working?
Yeah,
how does it keep working?
See, that's what kind of showed up to me. I kind of checked myself a little bit about. I believe, and I'm saying this to everybody who can hear me, man, that if you don't believe that you have any form of idolatry in your spirit, man, I challenge you to go through a checklist for this week to start looking at things in your life and see how important they are. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Like, if somebody came in this room and was holding a baby, and I hit their hand and they almost dropped the baby, they, everybody assumed them, like, oh my God, they'd be scared. If the baby. If your phone fell out or slipped out your hand, it's almost the exact
reaction,
same attachment. Now think about this: when there are 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds and 8-year-olds with that same attachment to something that soon, and it's like dog, that's a God to you.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. These ain't bad people. These people just like being on the phone. You can have, it's people that got their phone and it ain't nothing but like my father-in-law. You talking about, he is a Bible. He not a person. He a Bible.
He is a Bible.
He a Bible with legs. Straight up legs. He eat. That's all. But he's a Bible. And I'm saying, even this person with nothing but the Bible, using it only to research context, to study, to grow, this, that, and the fourth.
Yeah.
And I think about in the Bible when they're talking about the rich man, and he was like, God, I'm serving you. I'm doing everything to, da 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 da. He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna get your money up. And dude was like, oh man.
I don't know if I could do that.
And I was like, dog, think about it. How long have you spent without your phone? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much time can you legit say, oh, I ain't have my phone in? How long can you say? Like 5-10 minutes, 2 days?
I know I have this exercise that I do. I put my phone away.
Okay.
I make sure that I'm not constantly scrolling. If I'm not intentionally on my phone, then my phone is away from me. Like if I'm not into, yes, absolutely, because I have to practice discipline and diligence. I do the same thing with my daughter. And I wasn't always like that because I did always have my phone in my hand. Yeah, even if I wasn't doing anything, I was holding my phone.
That's like, crazy.
Ugh.
Just put it. Yeah, see, and I used to scroll.
Yeah.
And I actually, like I said, I get real deep with y'all. That I feel like David scrolled, and that's why David fell with Bathsheba.
Oh man.
Because, especially for the fellas, let me just talk to the fellas real quick.
That's
fellas.
Deep, yo.
David was the man. You feel me? Let's just agree. David was that guy. You know what I'm saying? When he saw the giant, he had already said, "Look, man, I done smacked around lions and bears, dog. I mean, if don't nobody else want to do it, I put dog down real quick." David was that guy. And David, and if you think about David, if you read, actually study about David and dog, first of all, David was super reckless. Mm-hmm. He was killing people, but then he talked to God. Like he used to ask God, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I go there? So, you know what I'm saying? So if you think about this person, we're not talking about bad people. We're talking about people that just have lapses of judgment, that have, that put themselves in awkward positions. So when we talk about mind control, we're still talking about your eyes. We're still talking about. So basically, the real story, real quick about Bathsheba, David went on the roof. You know what I'm saying? He was not doing nothing wrong. He wasn't plotting. You feel me? He went on the roof. He's walking around. And that's how the enemy play you. Because somebody else asked me to ask this question. I didn't think about it. Like, Bathsheba taking a bath on the roof. My man like, why she taking a bath on the roof?
Oh, I'm going to let you talk.
You feel me?
I'll let you talk. But go ahead.
And David was gone. He like, oh, yeah, I got to get her. So David went through all of this, man. He ends up getting the actual husband murdered. He didn't knock the chick up. He didn't just he went all the way. And for us men, if we be really honest, man, when you scroll, dog.
It's dangerous.
Some of these women, like I'm married, so I could just talk about it a little bit. My wife sent me pictures and I'll be like, hey, babe, this is some chick's profile picture on their social media. Like, this is legit how they get, this is how everybody get to view them.
Yeah, they take a bath on the roof.
I don't even, straight up, I don't even need to know your name.
Yep.
And for a dude, man, who could be minding his business, or let's even forget sexually, you could be somebody minding your business, doing the best you see, and you see somebody who working McDonald's in Miami. And you like, dang, how they afford to go out of town?
Yeah.
Now you jealous.
Yep.
Now you cursing. I'm not. When I get money,
this could be a series because it's so
you know what I'm saying?
I'm serious.
Straight up.
It's ridiculous. It's so much to it and so much that can be tapped into. Man, please. They be taking baths on the roof, y'all.
Absolutely. Oh, shout out to Instagram Live. Thank you. For real, and it is real talk. They said, yeah, thank you. Hey, thank you for the love, because that's what we really want to talk about, man. So you got to be careful. So it's the same thing with the news, and I'm not saying don't watch the news, but I'm saying after you watch the news, you need to read the news. And when I talk about read the news, I'm talking about the good news. You got to read the book, man, because we're warned about a lot of things that come our way, and you have to have peace. If the enemy can steal you from peace, he can keep you from sleeping, which means you're not prepared. Man, he can have you on social media chasing stuff when you should be studying and reading and perfecting your craft. Like I think it's crazy that nowadays a person can tell you everything about LeBron James and his stats, and I'm like, hey, what's your purpose? And they don't know who they are.
Yep.
And I think that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why we're so easily shaken and moved by everything that we see, because we have no focus. We have no vision. We're not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Think about on the GPS. If you don't put in no direction, it's just going to show you where you're going. So you can see everything in your path. You drive, it's an auto place here. It's a McDonald's here. You just drive by all this stuff because you're
no destination.
You have no destination.
Ooh-wee.
So okay, now taking the bath. What I gotta get the revelation. What you get? Why was she on? Yeah,
I was listening to one of my very favorite pastors, Torrey Roberts.
Okay.
From One Church LA.
Okay.
And he brought something to my attention one day. I was listening to him, and he said it's not that Bathsheba was trying to get anyone's attention. The way that the homes were designed was that you bathed outside.
Really?
That she was in the outer courts of her home, but that was where you bathed. It wasn't showers.
That sound dangerous.
It doesn't.
Thank God
and
for
so it's like,
thank God for evolution of culture.
and
Thank
so
God
it's
for
like,
walls.
but if you but thank God for the walls, Jesus.
For real.
But no, yeah, straight up. And it's not like she was doing anything wrong, but did it still end up wrong? Absolutely. But his mind was not trained to think, this is Bathsheba. She's just taking a bath like women normally do. So let me not.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? It was also how he received it. So
That's
you
a
can
whole
see something.
nother-
See what I'm saying? Series.
See,
That's
you
another
right.
series.
That's a
Give
whole.
me a notepad.
I'm just saying that's a whole
But
different
do you
level
see
of
what I'm saying?
save
How your
for sure.
vantage point it
Yo,
changes
your
once you
perspective-
realize like that was how you got to look at the culture of everything.
So he shoulda
in
even
that
been
time,
hip.
He should have been like, man, she's
I mean,
doing
truth be
whatever."
told, man, that's the
But it
enemy's
was that
only
he
power.
wanted her. He already
Yeah.
wanted her.
Oh,
he
so
had
it was some
already
pre-
had an appetite for her. You get what I'm saying? So that just turned it up a couple notches. It was like, ooh, Bathsheba.
See, that's a different kind of save
Yeah.
when you can see a chick taking a bath and you just like, hey man,
Hey man, let me go ahead and finish.
let me go on about my business.
That focus got to be. I'm telling you, but that focus.
But that's vantage. That's the only thing I if you get down, man, the enemy, only thing he's ever done is change how you look at something that's already been there.
I promise you.
So this is culture, right? She
Yeah.
just bathing, just how y'all get down.
Yeah.
Yo,
she not
you
the
didn't
first
did
one
it.
you seen bathe before.
Man.
You just wanted her already.
Oh.
And so now, yeah.
See, so perfect example of that. So that's why we have to be careful of our eyes, and we give people so much access. Everybody has access. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. The last 3-4 months, man, God has blessed me with a new ministry called the Block Button, and my block ministry is pretty strong. I think it's about 45. I got 45
Is
people in
this-
my congregation.
Is this real?
Yeah, super real. In the
'Cause
aspect
you
of
irritating, so I don't know if you.
when I say my block in ministry, I mean that I have
I don't know if I should take you serious.
I have promised God that if I
may not
cannot
have
rock with
promised.
you, I will block you.
Latoya.
If you are a stumbling block,
Latoya.
I will block you.
Latoya, help.
If you take a picture in your tile and you say,
You are no longer on my list of friends.
yeah, I'll block you.
Hello,
Like it be
somebody.
chicks that be taking pictures and they shirt all low and they halfway
Real
naked
low,
and they be
on
like, new watch.
Yeah.
And
you
then
know we ain't looking at your watch.
but a piece of your watch is even cut off in the picture. You're not even showing me the detail of the
The
watch.
whole watch. Can't even tell what kind of watch. that
Block you. If you're a Christian, I'm gonna just be honest. If you're
is. Block me.
y'all want to know the credentials of my block ministry to become
Yeah.
a part of the congregation?
Please tell the people.
If you are a Christian artist and you promote sinful, reckless, anti-Christian people,
Yeah.
it's a good chance I'll block you.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me explain. I'll get it even in depth. I'm hold on, Lord. Talk to me.
I got a question.
Okay, go ahead. Y'all about to tear me up.
What's his name? Livray or Livre?
Uh-huh.
He got a song with A$AP Ferg.
Lavray got a song with A$AP
I wonder
Ferg.
if we could hear it. We
And
probably
I'll
can't
block-
hear
He
it on.
just played it. A$AP Ferg on Jericho.
Oh, I love that song.
A$AP Ferg on it.
Oh.
Block.
No.
Guess what
no,
happened?
'cause
I'll block it.
Oh, Meech. Oh.
We're gonna get it.
telling you.
That's a perfect example. But I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you
It's not
why.
reckless though. That's
Not reckless,
That
but that's
isn't, but
reckless.
his
Let me show y'all.
representation
Let me tell y'all
No,
what.
you're right, you're
Because
right,
this is.
you're
Let me
right.
give y'all some background of where my background of where my block ministry was formed. The foundation of it is that this is one thing that I've seen, man. Protecting your eyes, like you said, he already liked Bathsheba.
Yeah.
So when he saw that, it activated something that was already in him.
Yes.
So if we all be honest, because everybody is I don't want to say we all pieces of crap, but Christ had to die for everybody.
Yeah.
If we don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't care where you at in your walk and how good you do.
Yeah.
You should have went to hell. You should not have been redeemed,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
So that means that we all already have something in us. We already like to smoke. We already like to drink. We already like to
Absolutely.
fight. We already like to steal. We already like to cuss people out.
Sum it up as flesh.
We already have that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that means that if I see it and I activate it, I can act on it.
Yeah.
The Bible tells you, shoot, if you marinate on it, you might as well act on it because you've already done it. You already committed it spiritually.
Yeah.
So now this is my thing. This is why I'll block you. Because I was the type of person that I didn't really, which is kind of weird, I didn't like using my words. Especially with men. Like, I didn't argue with men. I would argue with a woman because I used to think I was smarter than women. And I could overtalk you. I could legit whoop a woman in dialogue.
Yeah.
And then when I met a woman I couldn't, I married her. Because it was the most attractive thing in the world. It was the most attractive thing on the planet. Like, oh my God, this girl is smart. She like probably read sometime in her life. Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta get her. But with a dude, like if me and dude was talking and he raised his voice, I would hit you in the mouth. One, because I was always a bigger guy, so I didn't have a lot of wind. So I'm not gonna be punching on nobody. So I need to knock you out as soon as possible.
Because we not, yeah.
You feel me?
Not gonna be here all day.
So then I used to like watching fight videos and all of that. Even to this day, I be missing seeing people get knocked out. Ain't that terrible?
It's horrible.
So now when I see people share stuff like that you can slow me down,
yeah.
I block you.
Yeah.
Because I can't control the world, but I can control my
Absolutely.
social media.
Yeah, my
So
appetite.
So you're gonna bully me into making me follow you, and you're going to leave me subject to foolishness?
Yeah.
So now we get back to the ASAP Ferg. We talk about the Chances. We talk about the Kendricks. We talk about the T Grizzly. All these openly reckless people that Christians love to promote. These people can be stumbling blocks for other people.
Yeah.
And what I have never seen to this day, like I said, ASAP Ferg on his, I have never, Lecrae had Ty Dolla $ign. I have never heard a secular artist invite a Christian on their stuff.
You're right.
Even when we go way back to Kirk Franklin, he had Salt and Pepper, he had all them on there. It was a great track. It was great. It was entertaining. It was all that. But the one thing that I've noticed is that, God, it's a gift to have an audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care if you got 2 people in your congregation.
Yeah.
I don't care if you got 5. I don't care if you have just children, if you have coworkers. Everybody is talking to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The very first power you see in the word is that he spoke. That's your power, right?
Yeah. That voice.
So that means that your words mean something, that there's power, there's influence in what you say. God gave me this, and I've been talking about it, and I keep saying I'm going to keep... Respect your audience, man. Mm-hmm. Because everybody else does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You will never go into Taco Bell and they have pictures of McDonald's. Never. Yeah. It may be a McDonald's across the street, but you're going to have to go to McDonald's to get McDonald's. You can't get McDonald's at Taco Bell.
Not over here.
You can't get Kendrick on my page. But the contradiction, or not the contradiction, but let me tell you about respecting the audience. I like talking to non-believers. I like talking to them about my faith because I feel like I have a fresher perspective. Yeah. Because church people, we extreme. We be hurting people.
For real, yeah.
Yeah, we be sending everybody to hell like God ain't have to die for us too. You know what I'm saying? So I do like to talk to people who don't really believe, and we have dialogue. I want to just introduce something to you, let that marinate on you, right?
For sure.
So if Kendrick called and said, "Hey, Meech, I want you to come on and talk, come on my platform and talk to me," for sure. Because what happens is when I'm on his platform, they're gonna be like, "Who is MeechReal?"
Yeah.
So then they follow me. Now everybody that he knows are exposed to me.
Yep.
We're doing it the opposite way.
Yeah.
Because now, like you said, you heard the Jericho song. That song was dope. I didn't even know Buddy was in it. Like, dog, that's so they looking at the credits like, oh, that's dope.
Me neither.
ASAP. Click on ASAP.
Yeah.
Now let me see what he's talking about.
Yep, exactly.
Now I say I like hip hop.
You already got pulled in.
I'm gone.
Yep.
Even if it's for a moment.
So, but let me ask you this though, because if their intent is to the other way around, flip it, because I mean, obviously we have ignorantly done that a lot of times because we feel like if we do have this highly influential individual, maybe we can pull their crowd in, but we don't know that that's not effective for real.
I would just say in the study of it, man, real recognize real. I think people that's in the world, man, peep your game. I think that's why the drug dealers and the people in the hood respect the homeboy who got saved, who still come and kick it every now and then. But when they pull out the drinks, they like, hey, my bad, bro. When I'm around my dude, they like, oh, my bad, bro.
Respect. We ain't mean it like that, yeah.
Versus Pastor so-and-so who just come by when they having a youth event or having some type of explosion, they reach like, bro, you just want, you don't really care about my soul. You feel me? And I feel like sometimes it can be perverted. Has it done it? I've done it in ignorance. I look at some of my memories, and let me tell y'all something. Watching my memories, I be like, dog, Demetrius was dumb.
You mean your Facebook memory?
Yeah.
No, I love that though because it helps us reflect. I got some stupid ones on there.
It's humbling. It's
sharing
humbling.
them too because I want
You
people to
share
see
them?
the difference.
Hey,
Absolutely.
hey, y'all need to let me show y'all.
I
how
want them to see the difference.
I can't share mine because
Man, please.
one of my
Some of them I don't share them.
let me tell y'all why. Let me tell, and this is why you got to cover and this is what people like. If it's a person and you share a lot of profanity, I struggle with my words. I mean, that's my gift.
Yeah.
And I struggle with profanity because sometimes a straight F-bomb would tear you apart.
Yep.
But what we've been able to do with Chase Gray, shout out to Joe the Giant, we showed y'all what the real F word mean. What a real F word
that's
is.
my coach.
And that's talking about failure and folk. It's just so much. Y'all gotta check that out.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, so I don't want to be exposed back to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to be, I think hood rats are attractive to me. I don't know what it is about a hood rat, but this is super attractive.
It was the swoops.
Listen, the Jordans, the ponytail hanging out your
It
head.
was the name belts.
And
that's what it was.
And I was like, dog, I like her. So if you a person who out and you take a bunch of pictures with a bunch of hood rats, bro, I probably won't follow you or
Right.
I'll block you.
Right.
Because you're
That sounds like my
a
actual
stumbling block.
life.
Legit, you're a stumbling block.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
what I'm saying is that so I've said things in the past, like I made some terrible comments that I won't share because I don't want to expose that to somebody who already has something innate. Like I won't show some of the
wanna
hateful,
trigger something.
hurtful stuff I've said as a Christian because there's already people waiting for an excuse to say, that's why I don't go to church now.
Yep.
Every
You're
time,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Every
Well,
time
not
something
those
happens.
things. You do have to be wise in what you share.
And in discipleship and people that I'm close with or I'm
Yeah.
kicking, I show them like, man, thank God for Jesus.
Yeah.
But man, and at the same time, that's what showing people images because I want you to think a certain way.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I have propaganda. I used to say shout out to the propaganda because I used
Yeah.
because everybody was on some crap. And now that I've learned, everybody has Jesus had he had a point.
Yeah.
He wasn't aimless,
Right. I was about to say he wasn't just
knocking around, dangling.
frivolously just.
And
yeah,
I have a
out
point.
here.
I have a legit point that I
Yeah.
want people to understand. So there are quotes. It's memes. It's stuff that I be wanting to share because it's funny. It was one artist, man. He cussed about 79 times. I think he said 25 words. And he was saying nothing but real. It be Breakfast
Yeah.
Club interviews. These guys be saying nothing but real.
Yep. And yeah.
But if
you're
I
right.
share you, dog, I'm endorsing you.
Yep.
I'm exposing you to my audience.
And I can't.
If I got 45 followers, dog, I need to respect them 45 followers because your soul matters.
Yes.
And if you want some garbage, you need to follow somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's just been something. So even with that, man, I feel like if somebody reach out to you, because I'm waiting for Ty Dollars to feature Lecrae, and I've been
Yeah.
telling people I'm willing to bet the bread. It won't happen, because they know. First of all, they know what'll happen if somebody do listen to
They
wait a
gonna
minute.
lose their audience. That's what's
It's
gonna
people.
happen.
It's people starting to get tired of hearing somebody just smack it. Like they be getting tired of that.
Yeah.
So if you start to introduce them to cats, like you know what I'm saying, like that's why every time I get in the car, I got a new thing with people I pick up. I had a radio on. They think the radio on, but I got a CD where I could push a button behind my steering wheel to change the song, change the music. As soon as you get in the car, you think it's the radio, you think it's 97, you chill it, blah blah blah, boom. You know what I'm saying? I probably hit you with a replay of my show. You feel me? Now you listen to Dre's Bless, but you didn't rock to Dre's Bless for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Now you like, this cold. Bet. Let me give you the CD, my guy. Like I be flinging CDs.
Yep. You gotta be strategic in every single thing.
Because I
you
want to
do.
expose you to something better.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that we have to pay attention to what we focusing on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just really me. And I'm mad that he reached out to dude because I ain't hear no verse where he needed to have that. Like, I don't believe that's what you need to do for ministry.
And I'm gonna be honest with you too though, because either you can. I'm a firm believer. I tell my daughter this. She's only 8 years old. That you can either edify or you can entertain. And when it comes to those songs where you got those features on there and the song is rocking, it is rocking.
Yeah.
But guess what? You are merely entertaining me. I feel nothing. I am not changing. There's nothing I can apply to my actual life. I'm about to be the same after I listen to this.
Who was cold in music? Who's the coldest musician of all time?
Well, wait a minute. It's
I'm
too
about to
many.
get y'all.
It's too many different details. Oh, you have an answer already, or you want
Yeah,
one?
I want one too though. Who's the coldest musician of all time?
Oh, performer and musician. You
Period. Let's just say period. I'm about to blow y'all mind because I could tell y'all not even thinking in the realm I'm thinking. The coldest in music of all time.
I'm not gonna pick the right person.
Yeah, I don't want to
This
play
loaded.
this game.
This loaded. Y'all want to play?
No, you gonna pick somebody that just sings.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Nope.
Like,
No. Y'all want to guess? Come on, guess.
Michael Jackson.
Sweet, that's a good one.
No, he's an excellent what?
See, below music. See, low. Oh, who would
no,
you? I'm curious. Who would you say?
I was gonna say I want your
Michael
opinion.
Jackson all day.
Oh, you say Michael Jackson all day?
No, Prince over Michael Jackson all day.
Oh, Prince over Michael Jackson?
Really?
Oh.
Prince made all his
If my stepmother was here, I think she would have a heart attack that you said that.
Well, see, and then you said musician. Did you?
I would consider anybody who makes any type of creative.
You gotta think of all the stuff that Prince did.
He did do way more of.
But he also wore
anything
pants
Michael
with the butt cheeks cut out. That don't go against
Jackson.
that.
But when you
Prince recorded all his own stuff, played every instrument. When you saw him live, he had bands behind him.
well, Michael Jackson a better performer. Prince is a better musician. No, he's a. That's why I said musician or performer. What we looking at? He's a better musician. Michael
Okay.
Jackson a better performer.
Great, perfect. So okay, now my point, the devil.
Oh, he was spiritual.
Listen,
Why you ain't tell us?
listen.
Do y'all see
Look,
this? I want to make
straight
sure
up.
people.
You never heard one of his songs, though.
I do. I hear him all the time.
He got songs.
I say this. This is why he was the coldest. That was the one that go back to being like murdering and cutting people's heads off. No, dog. The devil. In the Bible, the reason why that angel fell, he was an angel. Let's get that together. He was.
First of all,
He was that dude. He was in there.
till he got jealous.
He was there. He started feeling himself like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why he treat him the same way he treat me, and I'm the coldest.
Yeah.
It wasn't no fallacy in what the devil did. Like, he was that guy with music. He never denied that the dude was cold. The problem with it was he started to esteem himself over somebody else.
How?
And,
I wonder.
man,
I mean, not I wonder. I'm sorry.
Let me
That was a
tell
whole
you
nother-
straight up.
How could you
straight
even
up.
be in heaven? How
Thinking-
could you be
thinking
in
like that?
heaven feeling salty about anything?
But that'll preach.
Humans do it all the time.
That'll preach.
Praying, they'll be like humans. Will,
in heaven, a human ain't never been
No, I'm
in
saying God
heaven
said he
feeling
created
salty.
in his likeness.
Uh-huh.
That's the mentality of it. Like,
Absolutely. Here, yeah, you're right.
humans do it all the time. Like, they will be doing nothing with their lives. And their friend will come and be like, come with me. I'm going to put you on this,
Yeah.
that, other.
Yeah.
And then at one point, even though they help you get better, you still want what they have.
You see the story of Judas all over every band, everybody who blow up is somebody in that group who's secretly waiting and praying for you to fall off, or feel like they should be the leader of the band.
But okay, no, that's
Like-
a whole nother. That's a whole nother.
I mean, straight up, it's the humanity of it. And you gotta think about how people can gas you up. That's why the Bible said, well, don't fall on your own understanding. Do everything that you do on the God.
Yeah.
If I do everything to make Lo happy, when Lo start praising me, then my relationship is being fulfilled. So then say somebody else come in, right? Say one of our other personalities come in here and they talk to Lo and Lo giving them dap and hugs. Now I'm sitting there like, dang, why you loving on him like that? You feel? But that's what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yep.
And you go through this whole stream.
Yep.
You go through this whole stream of jealousy when it wasn't even necessary.
Yeah.
And that's what happens from your perspective and how you look at things.
Yeah.
Period. My man Chels just he got a song called "I'm Dope." He was talking about on Facebook. He like, just because I say I'm dope, that don't mean you not
I saw
dope.
that too. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Snapping, but
It
that's
don't
what
have
happened.
nothing to do with y'all. I was talking about me right quick.
Listen,
For
you
a
could
second.
post something and say "Me too, bro," but we don't think like that. We think that if you saying you dope, it's automatically
taking away from
assumptuous
me, absolutely.
of everybody else around you.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a celebration of what God did in me. I think if I'm made in His image, then I gotta be dope.
And aren't you made in His image also?
Also?
You are not any less made
So if you
in His
think,
image.
so if you think less, it has nothing to do with what I said. It has something to do with you
Exactly.
telling yourself.
how you feel about you.
And what happens and things happen in that aspect for you to think, like for our ladies, if y'all scrolling, some of these women come out of cracker. I don't know where they build these people at. I just don't believe they come out of hospital. Well, they do come out of hospitals. I don't think they come somehow. It's a strange science fiction. For real, like dog, like just if you look at a building and see how women are being built, like dog, how do your knees don't buckle?
Right.
How do you balance? That's amazing. I think it's amazing that I think like you should be on a trapeze or something that you can balance yourself like that. But so if you're looking at that and then you just feel like, oh well, I'm just plain Jane, or even my homeboy got a song he's talking about that he dark skinned and that he battled. He like 26, 27 now. He said he just not starting to accept the fact that he's black. And that it's not a bad thing that he's dark skinned. People used to make fun of him. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he was ugly, talking about he was dirty. You know what I'm saying? And he believed, and you hear that so much, you believe that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So don't
Same
you think?
thing.
So shouldn't you block that person?
You should.
Shouldn't you stop
But
talking
you know
to
what?
that person?
Some people are so used to it, and it's so scary that they just can't.
They
can't get away from it.
Let me tell
they
you,
actually go find the people. Who
Our
are,
mind, because you become used to it.
Yep.
It becomes a part of your. This is the one thing that everybody, I'm talking about, from homeless to wealthy. The one great thing, men, women, the one amazing thing about our brain, and shows you how dope God is that anything you spend enough time in, your mind will evolve for you to be able to survive in it.
Yep.
It's people who spend time in prison, and what's the struggle?
Exactly.
When they
Yep.
leave prison, because their mind has conformed to prison. You
Yep.
feel me?
And a lot of times they end up going right back because they haven't
you
conformed
adapt
to that environment.
So think about it. If you live in an environment where your parents say you stupid, then your mama getting beat up or your dad's on drugs, there's a good chance that you may go that way if you never start to change and filter who you're talking to, who you're listening to, and what you feeding yourself.
Yep.
And it's like, it's legit people who you'll say stuff, man. I got an art, man. People reach out to me and say stuff like, and that's why I do this. That's why I love music. That's why I love, you know what I'm saying, Live with MeechReal. That's why I love Oso so much for helping me, giving me this platform to do this. When an artist reach out to me and be crying or be like, bro, thank you for playing my song. That's dope to me.
Yeah.
That's like super dope to me.
For sure.
But what's really dope and Catch-22 that's also frustrating with me too is that, why don't you feel like you deserve to be played?
Yeah.
You know, like, why you feel like...
Someone told me that's false humility.
My pastor just said something to me about being false, having falsely humble.
Yeah.
Ask my wife, when she talk about me, she don't say humble.
What
So,
she say?
She think I'm... You've
say,
been around
Toy?
me. You can tell her she wrong. She say I'm full of myself. Now, you've been around me for...
Yeah.
Oh, hecky no.
I thought he was about to cuss y'all.
Oh, no, I won't do that. I respect...
Child.
Let me tell y'all.
I respect my listeners.
I respect my audience, baby. You'll never hear that.
No, but see,
You caught the full of myself vibe?
But you're not full of yourself in a sickening way. You're full of yourself in a sure way, and I appreciate it because it almost makes me more sure of myself.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That preach. See, babe? I'm a motivational personality.
Oh,
You
God.
feel me? But no, straight up, man. I'm trying to tell you straight up, man. This is the one thing, man, that I just really got to push through, man, is that you have to, as a person nowadays, where we at? If you don't find where you want to go, this world will tell you where they want you.
It's gonna be your GPS.
Joe talk about it all the time. Everything in your life, man, is the manifestation of your thoughts. They talking about speak stuff into existence. Nah, bro. You're thinking stuff into existence. You're thinking it because you didn't do it till you thought it.
Yep.
So that means, or which is even worse, if you speaking stuff into your existence and you're not speaking, then that is kind of a thought. That's even worse if you just yelling out foolishness.
Keep thinking too, and don't ever.
Straight up, man. So I really wanted to talk about mind control, man. It is so much fear. It's the fear of war. It's the fear of poverty. It's the fear of being overlooked and not mattering, man. It's the fear. It's all these fears. But let me tell y'all something about fear. Fear, you know how they tell you fear is not real? I hate that statement. Because fear is very real. Now, the fruit of fear and the results of fear is subjective and it's not true. But fear, if you ever fall off a bike, football, somebody throw a ball to you and you get hit in the face, it's gonna take a long time
for you to not flinch when you see
when they
somebody
throw that ball. Every single time you gonna jump.
Yep.
And that's because I have your mind now.
Exactly.
I have conditioned you because of something that happened. And what happens is so many people have seen stuff for so long. Fear is a memory.
Yep.
And that's what your brain does. That's why you can't walk by sight, because what your brain does, like with vision, me and my wife watching this about the brain. Do you know when you see a blurry picture, your brain will try to pick together what it has seen before to show you that picture, so it'll remind you of what you've seen and have you think you looking at something from the past when it could be something new.
We're victims of our experiences,
man. And that's what I'm saying. So you got to be careful what you look at. So I've told people, I have friends that I see in person that I don't follow on social media, or I block them or unfollow them because I don't want to be exposed to the terrible things in your mind. I think it's dangerous that we've all been given a platform and none of us have had to work for it.
Ooh.
That's dangerous.
Ooh.
That you have access to talk to people and you don't even have the credentials to be a speaker. You telling people your psychology, bro, and you are halfway retarded.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
you got to respect your audience, man. And that's why, like I said, I have brothers now, man. I had to legitimately reach out and ask my friends. And every guy that, if I call you brother, if you've been to my crib, then I've had this talk with you. Is, bro, I need you to hold me accountable.
Yeah.
So that means my Facebook, anybody who's been around me last 6 months, who to my group, I think I've been dope. Cause I used to snap on social media. I had some battles. I get in a couple of them still now and then. I'm trying to pull all the way back. But I have people, man, who ain't so hyped up about MeechReal that they'll let Demetrius go to hell or they'll let Demetrius hurt other people.
Yeah.
So you got to surround yourself with people who respect your audience too.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you talk about you Queen Fierce, then that means you can't be on social media blowing smoke bubbles, twerking and doing all that. And if you do, somebody should be hitting you up like, hey,
what are you doing?
cut it off.
And then you got to respect the people that you do
Yeah, now that's the tough part.
designate to hold you accountable, because
you ain't gonna wanna hear that junk.
You're not going to want to hear it. You're never going to want to be like, you know what? You right, and that's it. You are not, your blood is going to boil. And it should bother you. It definitely should.
My guy,
Bless him.
namesake, he said that it's a process. And I mean, and let me tell y'all that it is a process. If I had it all figured out, I'm telling y'all right now, I would if I had it all figured out right now, I would be walking on water. But that's my aim though. Because the word says that we can do everything that he did and greater.
Yep.
So that's why I said right now I'm dancing through my storm, because I can't walk on water yet. But I'm aiming to walk
step
on
into
water.
the storm.
I'm aiming to walk into a hospital and the doctors say that person is dead. They taking them off life support and I touch them, and through the power of what God can make happen, and they get up and they like, amen. Like I feel like that it's too many of us nowadays that want to be the Jesus that flipped the tables and not want to be the Jesus that walked on water and brought people back to life. Like, if you want to rebuke somebody, watch somebody's feet. You want to cuss somebody out with scripture, watch somebody's feet with your dog. Like, because feet is nasty.
Feet are nasty, Meech.
So listen, watching somebody's feet, you know how humbling that is?
It is, absolutely. Especially someone that you don't necessarily care for.
I dare you to watch somebody's feet who you don't like. That's the whole thing about esteeming somebody above yourself, is that that's what I've been trying to do. With people who I don't like, I gotta love on you extra, bro.
Exactly.
Because my soul is at stake.
And you know,
my prayers. Go ahead.
Then the enemy, he tricky too, because I actually experienced that. I experienced that a lot. And people think I'm sarcastic, I think, because I almost do it too well.
Uh-huh.
And so it can be.
Oh, that you'll be because that's past, but they so used to they're so used to the get back.
Yeah.
They be waiting for you to be on tip. You know what I'm saying?
I hug them anyway, and then I go up to them and I'm like, "Hey, you doing okay?" And I'm sincerely like, "Hey, are you doing okay?"
Mm-hmm.
And they will be like, I'll hear that, she spoke to me anyway. She know I'm not talking to her.
Absolutely. See, but and this is another thing that it was a question asked in my class. I mean, I'm not whooping up my wife's company, man. But I'm telling you, if you don't know who
Shout
you
out
are,
to Checks Great.
If you don't know who you are, man, I would just tell you, because listen, dog.
Yes.
When you hear stuff, man, when you start figuring out who you are, there are certain things that no longer have access to bother you. You know,
that's true.
Like, you just don't. Like,
That's
it's stuff
true.
that, like, I'm starting to get, like, this is, I'm gonna be super transparent. Y'all, let me tell y'all what I hate. I hate that I hate it, but I'm working through it. Thank God for my class that is getting me through it, because I'm getting better. I hate when people don't like me, that don't know me, and have even went a step further into tell other people not to like me or why they don't like me, or to even take shots at me.
You thought that they could do it alone?
Oh my God.
Oh.
You feel me? Like, but
That's funny.
that burns me up, because like I said, since I've been saved, man, I have no malice towards nobody winning. I have nothing negative. Now, back in the day, before I got saved, I used to like sleeping with people's girlfriends and baby mamas and wives. I thought it was funny. I'm just telling y'all to be honest. I'm gonna be real, so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. I was a person that got off on taking stuff that belonged to other people.
Yeah.
I used to love sleeping with Christian women, because they would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a Christian. I'm not having sex till I get married. All right, let's see.
Power.
Let's see who you love more."
Power.
And So that was a spirit. That was a demon. Little nasty little monster on me.
Yeah.
So when people back in the day, first of all, I used to thrive off you hating me.
Yep.
Because I knew you weren't gonna say nothing to me because you know I would put the hands on you. So I used to like walking into a room full of people who I knew hated me, you know what I'm saying, or was jealous of me. And I reveled off of that.
Yeah.
I liked to smash the chick who say, "Oh, I don't like big dudes." Let's see. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was for real. That was my joint. That was my drug. So when I got saved and God cleaned all that ugly crap that was out of me, because that made me happy. The malice making you happy, dog. You need to talk to somebody.
For real.
That's you need deliverance from
For
that
real.
thing. So now that I'm this goofy hippie Christian that just want to love and help people, when people don't like me now, I be like, dog. But that's that arrogance that like, wait a minute, you know they killed Jesus, right? Like they legit like was mad, like, dog, this dude, something wrong with him. He a demon. This dude just walking around pulling demons, healing people, but something wrong with him. He a liar.
Yeah.
He a witch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They found something wrong with him.
Yeah.
So I battle with that.
Yeah.
Like I legit battle with accepting that people just not gonna like you because they don't like themselves.
Yeah.
So in our class, when they talk about how do you deal with somebody who just not gonna like you, and what do you do when they don't even want help? And because I believe a person can't go nowhere they can't see.
Yeah, definitely.
So what you doing, I have to show you love that has nothing to do with the circumstance or our relationship so that you can believe it's possible.
Yep.
So when I do see you and you know that I don't like you or I know that you don't like me, I gotta love on you so you can start saying, wait a minute, dang, so you don't have to, so you can disagree with somebody and still not sneak this on social media?
Exactly.
You can still come to the event even though you're not on the card?
Yep.
Dang, I can still sow into their ministry even though I go to another church?
Yep.
And the more and more I show you, the more and more I start to believe it's real. Now I'm giving you my propaganda,
Yep.
and I can start helping you think in a lighter path, in a
I'm
lighter
trying
way.
to create a whole different appetite for you.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Absolutely. I want to expose you to something that will give you direction, man, or not even give you direction, to start filtering what you should be focusing on.
Absolutely, because it's not even worth it. And like you said, when you get to a certain level or as you continue maturing and growing,
Right.
certain things do not and should not everything can bother you. Just like,
Oh, that's the
I
word.
mean, they just cannot. It can't. As you elevate,
What's
and
your
it's-
foundation?
If
you
it's
just going
stuff,
on?
if it's stuff 5 levels below where you've grown from,
Yeah.
you trying to tell me that
That's
stuff's still
good.
doing something to you?
No, that's super
You
good.
have not grown. That's indication that you're not where you thought you were.
That's real. That's real.
Especially if you got to react to it too,
Did I do something? No, that was
because
me.
he looking
No.
like you did something.
Yeah, this is my partner. But no, straight up. So it's like, so I wanted to talk about mind control because it's a good thing and it's a bad thing because it's not necessarily mind control. It's called influence.
Yeah.
And everybody has influence, man, and we have to respect that influence. That's what I'm saying. I don't care how dope your music is. If you're not a Christian artist, and when I say Christian artist, I'm talking about you're a believer that make music.
Yeah.
If you're not a believer that does, if I'm not gonna share your stuff, it's not because I don't like you. It's because I want to expose everybody who like Meech. I want you to know that I'm gonna expose you to people who got the truth.
I am condoning it. If I share it or like it,
Period.
or comment on it or repost it, I am saying that this is something that I would do or I would say.
Absolutely.
And if it's not anything that I could be held responsible or accountable for doing or saying, I can't share it.
And I'm not going to say nothing about, like I said, TV. I'm talking about, I had a brother check me about TV. I'm getting a lot more sensitive about TV I watch, all of that. Like the last week, we haven't watched TV. The TV just been off. And it's been like, dog. So you don't have to watch TV every day.
But ain't that nice though?
It is. It's
I haven't
peaceful.
watched TV since last May.
Really?
For real.
That's nasty. See, that's why this gives you control over what you being fed, what you feeding yourself, what has access to your spirit, because you don't have to watch something for it to be feeding you if you can hear it. If it's in an ear, if it's in a
I'm so glad you said that because I had wrote a blog.
Oh yeah.
On my shameless plug on my queenfierce.com blog. I wrote
good.
a blog talking about you are what you eat, but people, it's a misconception that we only eat with our mouths. We eat with our mind and our eyes as well. So whatever you're
Absolutely.
absorbing, you're gonna become like that
Yeah,
thing.
you gotta have a clean spirit, and that's body, man. Your temple, man, is the music that echoes in that temple as well as your physical man and your body. But the reason why I'm so hard on music is because I have a playlist that a CD that I finally found a couple of weeks ago. of the music I used to listen to. And it's 3 artists that I used to love. And I listen to their music now and I'm like, dog, these are the most depressed rappers.
Wow.
They so sad. And so that's another thing that I don't want to share. I don't want to share somebody, an artist, because as a Christian artist, you should have some kind of content that you should be controlling and censoring. You should be like, oh, I can't say this because of this happens, or I should be caring.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now, an artist that's in the world, they're not bound by that.
Yeah.
So it's okay to revel in those emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody like Drake.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Drake will have you sitting
He's
outside.
very emotional.
And he'll have you reading
And that's a
your
relatable
diary.
thing,
He have
but-
a man with a diary reading his diary. You know what I'm saying? So you should already know you in trouble because you in that area. But I'm saying, so you have to, legit, you have to be careful, man.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that content, they can say stuff that can activate things in you, man.
They
And
have
there's
no
brothers and
protection.
sisters. It's a lot of these guys. That's why they killing themselves. That's why they always fighting. It's a lot of these guys. Your favorite artist might be depressed.
Yep.
He may have suicidal thoughts. That's why he make the music he make.
Yep. That's what their hearts are full of.
But what happens is the enemy's so scandalous with it is that they're rich and they're famous and they're just drugging themselves up trying to numb themselves. But you might listen to it and actually kill yourself, and you will not do that off my behalf.
Yep.
I'm not sharing you to none of that foolishness.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't be responsible for that.
So, man, I just really think that we got to care. I mean, we probably going to have to stretch this out a little bit. And actually, everybody who's listening, Facebook Live or whatever, I want y'all to hit me up at Meech, Meech, M-E-E-C-H, at LivewithMeechReal.com. I want y'all to tell me how y'all liked Queen Fierce on the show. I thought she was pretty dope.
Thanks, Meech.
I think she swagged it up a little bit. So I want y'all to tell me if she dope. If y'all say she sucked, y'all won't hear her again. I promise I'll keep the mean lady away from y'all.
Tell him the truth. Tell him the truth.
Tell me the truth. If y'all
wanna
like
know.
the scenery, if y'all like how the conversation, let me know. Because MeechReal is an equal opportunity viber, and I am looking for wave creators, wave chasers, and wave riders. I'm looking for people who ready to move, who ready to work, and who can see the work before it's even needed to be created. The visionaries. Yeah. So, with that being said, sis, tell them how can they find you so they can keep up with your dopeness.
All right, y'all. I'm Queen Fierce _ on Instagram. That's Queen spelled the regular way. QUEENFIERCE _ And then my blog, which I know you will love, is short, it's sweet, it's straight to the point. It's queenfierce.com.
Yeah, we're going to bless y'all because we're going to start getting some videos because I know y'all don't like to read. But if you like to read, I'm just saying, if you like information, man, you got to check this stuff out, man.
Yeah.
It's so much freedom in literature. God bless the authors of our time, man. God bless the people who are brave enough to put their thoughts, their training, their experiences on paper, man, because then it lives forever. And it gives you an opportunity to peer into the future for a lot of times.
For sure.
There was no reason that the Bible, if God wanted us to make every mistake so we can learn for ourselves, then the Bible had no purpose.
Right.
So, man, believe in warnings. Read more. I dare you to cut your TV off, man.
Oh, cut it. Oh, it's going to be so good to you.
I tell y'all my new little proverb in my story. I told you that if you see a man, when we see a man that doesn't have a nice car and we walk into his home and then he doesn't have a television, we would assume that he's poor. But if you walk into a man's house and you see that he has no books on his shelf,
Ooh,
I can promise you
that is a requirement.
he is poor. Yes, I respect every second y'all spend listening to me, and I take it so seriously, man, that I pray for you guys. I ask God to bless you, and I ask for whatever I'm saying to become specific in your heart, for God to be able to speak to you exactly and where you need. Peace and love. I dare you to be great this week, and I dare you to love somebody, whether they like you or not. See y'all next week.
Ciao.
Peace.
How do I know things are alright and everything will work out fine? How do I know my future is bright and I have a perfect end in sight? Oh, because I know that I know you care about me. You're thinking about me, and I know that I know you'll never leave me. You won't forsake me, because I know you love thinking about me. And I know that you'll never leave me. You won't forsake me because I know you love